Hello, hello! Today I'm going to be doing the Unread Book Tag that I've seen all around YouTube. I saw Priscilla's video from the Readables. I think she did it maybe yesterday or something. And I decided that I would do the Unread Books Tag. Guys, I have a lot of unread books. It's a very large percentage of the books that I own, and it's very shameful. Excuse my hair, I don't really know what's going on. I can't really tame it today. So let's just get to the questions. The first question is, how many unread books do you own? I just counted and I own 73 unread books, which is a lot of books. It's pretty much approximately 70% of the books that I own, which is way too high of a percentage to even just have, but that's how many unread books I have. This doesn't include the books that I have that aren't on my shelf, which are ones that I don't really count toward this because they're the type of books that you would pick up and read a little bit from, then put it down, and then if you want to look at it again, you go to a different part, kind of like a nonfiction. I have cookbooks and stuff that would apply to that, and I also have some informational kind of stuff. I don't know really how to describe it, but yeah. So I don't count those. I would say there's maybe 10, 15 of those, maybe less. I don't really know. I don't count those. But unread books on my shelf, 73. Question number 2. How many books do you own that you have read? 34. Yes, 34. 34. Very small number compared to 73. It's less than half of 73, so it's not good. It's not good. Question number 3. Do you buy more books than you read? Yes, I buy way too many books for me to keep up with. That being said, I've been collecting books for years, so it isn't really that many books in comparison. However, I had a really bad habit a few years ago of not reading the books that I own and reading everything from the library, basically. So that completely just went against what I was doing with buying books, because I wouldn't read the books that I bought. I would go to the library and read those ones. And it doesn't make sense to read a bunch of books from the library if you have so many to read that you own. I was addicted to the library. It's not a bad thing, but when you already have books that you own, you should get through those first before gravitating toward library books, I would think. But no, I was more interested in library books, and that's not as nice as a nice shiny new book. So I don't know. Question number 4. Why do you think you haven't read your unread books? Because of my library habit. That is probably the reason why I haven't read my unread books, which is a shame, which is why I am starting to read my own books and stop reading library books whenever possible. I am trying not to visit the library as much as I can. I have a book on hold there right now, but I'm gonna have to put my library habit on hold until I've gotten through a majority of my books. It has to be above 50% before I can pursue the library more. Question number 5, the last question. Are you going to go on a book buying ban? My answer is yes, I am. I'm actually in the middle of one right now. I did buy some books last weekend, but that was my cheat, basically. I had a Goodwill gift certificate for my birthday, and Goodwill was having a sale that day, so because I had the coupon for 25% off, I decided, okay, I'm going to get $15 or less worth of books there, and that'll be it until I've read 8 of the books that I own. Yeah, I'm being very strict on myself. I did my big cheat of $4, and now I'm going to stop buying books until I've read a lot of the ones I own. So without further ado, I'll show you all 73 of the books that I have not read and own. Oh my god. Something something on the side of my house just fell down and it scared the crap out of me. Anyway, let's just ignore that and show my unread books now. I noticed that during the video I didn't really hold up my books very high, so they might have been cut off a bit at the bottom. I'm sorry for that in advance. Lessons from a Pediatric Residency Between Expectations by Dr. Megan McLean Ware. Love is a Cure on Life, Loss, and the End of AIDS by Elton John. Under the Dome by Stephen King. Time Stops for No Mouse by Michael Hoyi. The Warrior Air by Cinda Williams Chima. I'm covering this up because it has someone's name on it. This is Dragon Rider by Cornelia Funk. Elvis by Christopher Paolini. The Mortal Instrument series by Cassandra Clare, including City of Ashes, City of Glass, City of Fallen Angel, and City of Lost Souls. The Never-Ending Story by Michael End. One Day by David Nichols. Middlesex by Jeffrey Eugenides. The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. David Copperfield by Charles Dickens. Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. Redwall by Brian Jacques. Tess of the D'Urbervilles by Thomas Hardy. The Voyage of the Dawn Treader by C.S. Lewis. The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simons. Fingersmith by Sarah Waters. Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking by Susan Cain. The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. Ink Spell by Cornelia Funk. The Green Mile by Stephen King. Land of Elyon, Book 1, The Dark Hills Divide by Patrick Carman. The Girl Who Played with Fire by Stieg Larsson. Paris to the Moon by Adam Gopnik. Cutting for Stone by Abraham Verghese. Blindness by Jose Saramago. I just realized this book I don't own. I borrowed a while ago and I haven't given back, but I included it on my unread books, so I'm going to include it anyway. This is The Yada Yada Prayer Group Gets Down by Nada Jackson. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. The Swan Thieves by Elizabeth Kostova. The Kitchen House by Kathleen Grissom. These are all by Jodi Picoult. Plain Truth, Handle with Care, Sing You Home, and The Pact. The Rescue and the Wedding by Nicholas Sparks. A Chosen Faith by John Behrens and Forrest Church. The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. Dead Sea by Brian Keene. Book 1 of the Codex Alera series, The Furies of Calderon by Jim Butcher. A Canticle for Leibowitz by Walter M. Miller Jr. 3 by Ted Dekker. A Short History of Nearly Everything by Bill Bryson. A Prayer for Owen Meany by John Irving. Complete Plays by William Shakespeare. The Complete Signature Classics of C.S. Lewis. This includes Mere Christianity, The Screwtape Letters, The Great Divorce, The Problem of Pain, Miracles, A Grief Observed, and The Abolition of Man. I've read one book in here and it was The Screwtape Letters. The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. Dracula by Bram Stoker. 5 People You Meet in Heaven and Have a Little Faith by Mitch Albom. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. Flowers in the Attic by V.C. Andrews. As I Lay Dying by William Faulkner. The Tenant of Wildfell Hall by Anne Bronte. Hamlet and Twelfth Night by Shakespeare. These are also included in the complete plays. The Oedipus Plays of Sophocles. Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. The Fountainhead by Anne Rand. Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Little Woman by Louisa May Alcott. Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. And finally, The Three Musketeers by Alexandre Dumas. And I didn't include this book in either of my accounts because I'm currently reading it, so I didn't feel like it fit with either of them. But I'm currently reading Atonement by Ian McEwan, and this is one that I own. By the way, when I'm done with this, I will probably be doing a review on it. I'm loving it so far. I saw the movie about a year ago, and I loved it, and the book is really good. So, look forward to that. So, that is all my unread books. I now have a huge pile of books encircling me. I've got to reorganize them now, so I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!